Hey guys, how's it going? Main Command here, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how I managed to obtain an S ranked playing Akali, and just some tips and tricks and personal thoughts of my own on how you can improve your overall gameplay. I'm by no means a professional, but I just thought I'd give you a quick rundown of what I think to do and what not to do, and just show you a match. So let's just jump right into it. So as you can clearly see here, I'm not bluffing or full of bullshit. I've got my S rank in this match, and I'm on my way to still trying to get diamond. So that being said, let's just jump right into it and start the match. Just give this a sec for the win, for it to load up. And yeah, so this is just a casual match on blind. It's not ranked or anything. I was just playing for fun. And like I said, there was a lot of things I could improve on, and a lot of things I could have just done a little bit better on. And personally, I'm a little bit too hard on myself when I play League of Legends. As much as I love playing LOL, I hate it at the same time. I'm just going off here and just finding out what works and what doesn't work with Akali. So you guys will get a clearly better demonstration. I'm just going to be going back and forth, even showing a little bit what the other players are doing. I find that typically with Akali, when I go for my strikes, I tend to overextend and I'm a little bit too aggressive at times, or I'll burn out use all my abilities, and then like I said, I'm going to have to wait for the cooldown. And not only that, you also have to wait for your ability meter to go up again, and that usually takes a little while. But during that time, so much stuff can just happen, and it can be the difference between life, death, or getting that assist, kill, or end up getting killed, basically, in a nutshell. So we got some early engagements on right here, bot lane, but I'm mostly going to be focused on what I'm doing with my character. See, I love to go in for those strikes right away. Like, I would just kind of like throw my Q, then like if my opponent gets a little I would say a little bit careless, or if they just kind of like overextend a little bit, I'll surprise them really quickly and usually I'll catch them off guard. Like, I'll throw the Q, try to go up, and as they're getting away, I'll quickly like use my flash and ignite, and that's awesome. And that already, and if I hit it on the mark, which I usually do, my adversary at level 1, their health will just be drained in half, and they'll have to go back and heal, or they'll be pushed back, and then they'll give me a huge advantage right off the front of the beginning. I find that that's a huge, awesome strategy and technique to do. So like I said, I'm mostly going to be sticking with my gameplay, but occasionally I'll be going back and forth, seeing what my opponents are doing. But like I said, see, I always have my opponent on edge. They don't want to get caught up in that strike. They don't know if I can, like, they're just being a lot more cautious, even though I'm kind of bluffing at this point because I don't have flash, and I can't really do much, right? And another big thing is, usually when you're farming, you never want to miss, especially early on the game. It is critical that you get those minions and that you get the kill for them, because you need not only the 45 gold that they'll give you, because they'll give you, I think, 3 times as much as regular minions, but they'll also help you level up, and that one level up, that one up will be a huge difference, will be a huge advantage. If you're one level up, and you play your cards right, you have a slight advantage, and that can make, is such a huge thing later on. And then if you're one level down, you got to be really cautious and just reevaluate where you stand and your gameplay, and overall reassess the situation, and know that your opponent's already has a one higher level on you. Basically, you've got a level on you. The last thing you want to do is fall behind 2-3 levels, because that's one of the worstest things that can happen in LOL. The only thing worse than that I can think of is just feeding the other team. That's something you want to avoid at all costs. So right now, just using my Q, trying to get close, trying to cover the distance with my W, and using that shield. I kind of hate how they nerfed some of Akali's abilities, and I missed when this used to, I think, be invisible in the Shroud, but now as soon as you strike, you lose your invisibility. That's, and many other things are a downside to Akali, but I still love playing her. She's by far my favorite champion, and I'm the best at playing her. So even if you're not really good at playing champions at LOL, just stick to playing one champion and just do that, nothing else. And then get really good with playing that one champion. That's just my advice. And then once you get good at that one champion, then start playing a few others just as backup champions, and then get mediocre at playing a few other champions. Just you know, have those as your backup champions that you're mediocre playing with. So, you know, like if shit hits the fan, you've got a backup champion you can use that you're not bad, you know, that you're kind of like semi-mediocre with, right? And then you're really good with one champ, and then, you know, play a few others and then see what works for you and what doesn't. So you can get, maybe there's a champ out there that you'll get, you know, amazing at, and other champs that you just can't play for one reason or another. See, I'm constantly keeping the Q on her. That's what I like to do. That's what you want to do as Akali. And I'm also keeping my distance just in case she uses her orbs. So I also have to be cautious at the same time. And I see this well in advance. This Shyvana trying to make a move in mid lane, and I'm just preparing myself and seeing. You also want to see occasionally from time to time, like I hate when they do the magical attacks. I wish they kind of like nerf the damage on those, you know, because it's hard to close the distance on you know, opponents and take them out. But see right there, another great strike, keeping 33, you know, just back, you know, just farming as much as I can. And just, it's a great idea to see where your opponents are on the other side of the map. So that way you have a good visual and you roughly know where all your enemies are, where all your allies are. Okay, there you go. Nice. And whenever you always try to get a kill, and if you can't get it, it's better like an ally gets it, that's fine. But if you can, try not to let you... Oh, see, like right there, going for the strike, and I'm a little bit too aggressive and I pay for it. But that's me. I like to experiment. It's always a good idea to experiment, to like, you know, reevaluate situations, even if it's risky and you know it'll get you killed, just to see the result and reaction that comes out of it. And just, it gives you experience, and it gives you somewhat of an idea, you know, what to do in the future, so you can re-strategize, get better, and you know, overall you can re-employ that same strategy if it works, and if it doesn't, or you can combine it with other strategies and just get better that way at LOL. That's how I manage to get the kills that I do, and get, you know, like usually like A, you know, S, A, but you won't do great every match. Keep that in mind. Don't get discouraged if you do horrible in certain matches, because there's some matches where you'll just get owned and dominated, and there's other matches will be the exact opposite. So it's just about, you know, staying true and consistent. And right there, I flashed at some point, and I just came back and did some damage, but I wasn't going to stay there, so I was using my shroud so I wouldn't get caught up in that. It's kind of hard to explain what goes on through my mind during a match, but yeah. But as soon as I saw Shyvana coming in from the side, I used flash just to get away. I know it wasn't exactly the best use of a flash, definitely not the worst either, because I don't want to get caught in between Shyvana and 33 and then just get sandwiched in between, because then I'd just get destroyed. And occasionally when you're Akali, you want to go and help the other lanes, whether it's just to spook them, or more so if you can get a kill or even an assist. Like I said, always try to get even if your teammates can get that kill, if you can steal a kill from your allies, do it, because then you'll become more OP and you can have more of a say and do more damage, and you'll be ahead in the game, versus having to rely on your allies to carry your team. You want to yourself be able to carry your own team. So about 8 minutes in, we're doing really well. It's an even trade for the most part, 1-for-1. I still want to keep a bit of a distance, because she has, you know, 33 has some special abilities where, you know, see, like I get too aggressive there, but I know how to handle it and just get out of there. See, I used flash right there, just got away, and 88 paid the price of the turret. So that works in my favor. I also want to get those bigger minions, so I get to farm them for gold. And at this point, they're more, you get more like gold-wise out of them. Their value is more gold-wise than it is leveling up, because at this point when you're level 8, killing a minion doesn't give you that much level, so you want to get you know, quantity, not quality. So instead of getting 1, you'd rather get 3 small ones instead of 1 big one, but you only want to get the big minions, like I said, for the gold, which is pretty straightforward. And then like right now I'm doing okay. I'm holding my own. I'm actually pushing a little bit. I'm basically doing what I like to see, and I'm at where I want to be and doing what I'm, you know, I'm just satisfied with how I'm playing right now. And then Timo looks like he's pushing here, so I think I might be able to help Timo, but like I said, I was going to go help him. He seems to be doing fine on his own, so he doesn't really need me, but I just want to help him push this minion wave in, you know, take care of business, and then do some serious damage on that tower, because I know mid is secure for the most part. I can't really do anything to help Lux out. She's on her own, you know, so. And then definitely we got 2 others, so they're pushing bot for the most part. That's why I want to at least do as much damage on that top turret as I can, and then pull back to help out bot, because you don't want to have any you know, anyone progress and advance or take out any of your turrets or push any of your lanes. You want to keep all 3 of your lanes secure. So even if you're getting a lot of kills, a lot of ganks, a lot of even assists, see, like right now, that's, you know, they got dragon, but anyways, they got the Kraken. Smart move on their part. They had, you know, 4 people in the area, so why not go for the Kraken? But like I said, even if you're getting a lot of assists and kills and you're pushing your mid lane and you're doing fantastic, and that doesn't necessarily mean you're going to win the match, because your bot and top lanes or the other lanes might not be doing so well, and you might even be losing a lot of ground on those other lanes. So you have to keep an eye out on that and keep that in mind, so you don't lose the match and realize, oh, you know, all like the other 2 lanes are just crumbling, and then you just, you know, they take out your towers and inhibitors, and then before you know, it's game over. So you want to keep an eye on everything and just push forward. So yeah, see, like right now I see a nice opportunity right there. She's taking turret shots, but there's nothing I can do. I can't overextend really, because I don't have a lot of abilities. Like, I've used up all my abilities, so I know I might not get that kill, even though it's so tempting and I try to. See, like I get 1, almost get another one. Now that, even though that killed me, that turret shot killed me, and I was under the gun, and I had 2 of them on me, right, 88 and 33. I know I know for a fact that I would get 1, maybe 2, and even though I would die, it was really worth the push, because now 88 has to pull back, and I've got TLR covering my lane. Nice smiley face there. So I'm not, it's not too, you know, too bad off, and this is still fairly early on when I can regenerate, you know, when I can come back, and there's not too big of a timer, because later on it just becomes, you know, devastating. You'll have to wait up to a minute, and there's a lot the enemy team can do within that minute. So yeah, good shot by Lux. See, another. See, 88's overextending a bit and taking those turret shots, which are completely unnecessary in my opinion, but just some feedback and advice. Now I'm already on my lane. I really want to just finish this minion lane and push and get some XP going here for me before and then yeah, I've done what I can do. It's also about having a kind of frame and mindset for it too, right? You want to just seeing if there's anybody else around that can come in lane and then gank me and then turn things around. Like I said, if I can take it, I'm gonna go for it, 'cause I'm Akali. And sadly, I can't get the kill. So I'm gonna have to be. There's so many times where I get so close to having those kills, like an inch, literally, so little health left. I should have got the kill. I didn't. You know, I don't want to say that was a glitch, but I just have to let it go, and it's just so hard to let stuff like that go. And it just, I get so tilted after. Like right there, beautiful kill. My health is super low, but before I went in on that, like I would, thumbs up right there, freaking awesome. Love that gameplay that I did right there, and I made sure I used my potion. That's why potions for Akali are so valuable. Don't get the 50 gold one-time red potions. Get the 150. You spend 150 gold on the green potions, because you can use them twice, refill them, and just come right back into the fight, and they'll save you a ton of gold. They'll let you get really far early on and save you just a ton of headache and hassle in the long run, and then you'll have that advantage over your enemies. I didn't find that little thing out and I wasn't paying attention. It's little things like that that I found out that really helped me improve my gameplay, and just over time getting better at Akali. And just, cause all I do is like mid with Akali. It's all I know. It's all I'm good at. And that's why I'm making this video and giving you guys this advice. That's why I used that potion. So I made sure I didn't die. And everything had to be like, you know, systematic. And I had to calculate it and analyze it and just execute it perfectly. That execution was as perfect as you can get. That kill that I made on 33. Sorry, I'm still talking about it, but still, man, that was nice. I'm seeing that myself. I love that color. And then obviously go for a double. Use my blade twice just so I can get all the minions to make sure I don't miss the, you know, the slightly larger minion. But yeah, without that potion I obviously would have died, so I'm glad I pre-applied it before I went in for the strike. But now I'm deciding, can I go for a strike? I'm one level higher, I have a slight advantage, but then again, taking into consideration I'm under the tower, that's going to work against me, so I just have to wait and buy my time and then go in for that second you know, another strike. So Teemo's coming to help me out. Basically, he's maybe looking for a freebie to get a kill. I'm going to try to use this to my advantage. Maybe, since minions are at the tower, maybe go that tower, scare her off a bit. Seeing if I can slide in between these two towers for another kill, but no, 33 is too cautious. And she's got 88 to back her up. Not a lot I can do here. I still decide to go for it, which I don't regret doing it. And I can't flash because 88, for whatever reason, cuts off my flash. Savannah cuts off my flash. And I can't even use my special ability, which is flash, which is kind of ridiculous. Otherwise, I would have for sure escaped and had a kill under my belt. But it was still worth going for and just experimenting with it and trying something new. And unfortunately, we lost one of ours trying to defend our tower, and it's under attack, and they've done like just a ton of damage on that tower. They've abused that tower. Good play by the other team. Unfortunately, we're going to lose this tower. I'm getting back here as fast as I can, just so we don't lose the second tower. And Teemo's there, so he should be able to hold him off. But just that was good gameplay, and sometimes you gotta get really far back in the tower. Like right there, I would have, if I was Teemo, I would have just tried to run to the side and then try to hit. So you're gonna go for a triple gear, obviously. They're both low in health, so I use my special abilities, get a double, and then go for that triple kill because he's half health, and then give my team the okay and thumbs up that everything's all right. You know, I got my triple, solid. I got this shit on lockdown. Let's just advance. But that was beautiful, an amazing triple kill right there. So two teammates, 1/3 health left. Like I said, use most of my abilities, dispatch both of them, and then get enough health to pretty much. And I want to right now just take out the Herald Rift, and then in the meantime just kind of like push this wave in a little bit and advance here at least, and then yeah, wait for a teammate, because I'm not going to be able to take it on by myself. But that was a really nice triple. Use my abilities, get that double, and then the other adversary, or the other enemy, or Jax, I think his health wasn't cut in half, so I'll just use whatever's left of my abilities, which I don't have much, and then just kind of keep fighting and buying him down, you know, biding my time, and just finish him off, even though it takes some damage. A triple's definitely worth it. And right now I used all my abilities on the Rift Herald, which was because I thought we could take him quickly, which was a mistake on my part because now I don't have much abilities to take on these guys. But I used whatever I have left just to try to get some assists here. And that should have been a kill by me, but obviously I get an assist. And another assist. And another assist. 3 assists, unfortunately. Because Teemo, he kind of went in and stole my kill with this poison dart, which is a little bit annoying, but I can live with that. And right now, there was no way they were going to get misfortune. Like, that misfortune was mine at that point. No way. I was going to gank her. But yeah, so Teemo went in with his poison darts and stole a couple of my kills, which is fine because he's a teammate. I'll let it go, and there's not a whole lot I can do about it. Even though I should have at least got 1 kill out of it, so I feel like, you know, like LOL glitched out a bit, but it's probably just me and really wanting to get those 3 kills. So at least I got the turret and misfortune. Wish I, instead of getting those 3 assists, those were 3 kills, but I ended up with an S, so I'm happy with that. and I just gonna have to learn to live with it. My overall play style is a little bit too aggressive, and I have too much of a hard time letting go. And I like to experiment with the Akali, which is what I love. But unfortunately, I tend to overcompensate and overextend, and that's my downside. That's my one weakness as a League of Legends player. You know, and that just kind of turns against me. So like Jack's kind of pushed me aside, and I should have. There's no way I could unfortunately pursue him, even though I had my Q on him. I can't make the jump, so I'm gonna right now. Okay, this was really nice. Going after. Don't want to. I think I make the kill here. I'm not. Oh no, actually no. They both get away, unfortunately, but there's not a lot I can do about that. And then Jax goes for me, so might as well. He's gonna pay for it probably with his life. Unfortunately, I didn't get the kill, just an assist off of that. I was just out of reach, but that was a good shot by I think it's Twitch or Tag. Can't remember for that dude. Okay, now I'm taking a full shot here because I just thought it'd be better if I just go straight instead of sides and get ganked. It's just all these split decisions you have to make in your mind can be really intense. And I think I think I might overextend here and then pay for it. Thinking my teammates have my back and they're behind me, they're really not. And unfortunately I get shut down before I can finish off Misfortune. One teammate left, and then another one just kind of... There wasn't a whole lot Timo could do anyways, so I understand why he had to pull out and back out. You know, otherwise we both, you know, he would have went down too, but I think he would have ended up getting Misfortune. It just would have been a bad trade. Just little things like that when you need all your heroes on the field, just pushing the enemy. Okay, nice. So he went out, but and 88 got him, but you know, they paid for it with a couple turret shots. And yeah, right now things are looking pretty bad on our side, but it's just about keeping consistent. Pushing them and not giving up, even if the situation looks really bad and they're at your base. Just keep pushing forward. Team ganking when you have the advantage. When they're too OP, just kind of spread out a bit and try to get in those, you know, kills and ganks whenever you can. So my whole point as Akali is just to kind of separate the other team and go in for those assassin kills, and that's exactly what I'm doing here, or trying to at least. And like right now, unfortunately, I didn't get that kill. Like, I put in all the work, and my teammates most of the time, or almost all the time, get all the, you know, everything out of it. Like, and I'm so close to just finishing them off. Usually, it's just one tap away of the button or one hit away, and then they're just done. But you know, my teammates have the last say, unfortunately. Even though I do all the legwork and get them down to almost nil health. And when they have almost no health, my teammates just kind of like, you know, root them or, you know, throw poison darts at them or just kind of steal it from right under my nose. But it's not a lot I can do about it. It's good for them though, but it just kind of pisses me off because I'm like, I really wanted those kills. I've earned those kills, and those like freaking 10 assists should have been 10 kills added to my thing, you know? So I would have got that S plus instead of S, but you just got to kind of live with it and deal with it. That's why I get a little frustrated. Right now I'm gonna go to town on the Kraken, making sure nobody's here though. But it's too risky because I already have. I waited. Sometimes you gotta wait, even though it's a bit of a pain, and you're like, this is such a waste. I'd rather wait just to see if they come, than, you know, just start attacking and then have it turn into the Rift Herald situation, where it might go, instead of going in our favor and us, you know, taking out the enemy team, they'll be taking us out, right? They can easily reverse that, so I was waiting to see what would happen. And now is probably the best time to go in and attack them when no one health. But I was mopping up mid, which is a mistake on my part, instead of helping them take it. But they did fine on their own. We lost, I believe, one, and it was a good trade, more or less, on our part. We got the better trade, even though Stravana got away. The one that got away And right now, see, we were about even on towers, so we managed to come back a little bit just by staying progressive and consistent. Unfortunately, I didn't know that Go was in the bushes. There was no way I could have known. And I just missed it just by seeing this gameplay. I had no idea he was in the bushes, and I couldn't use my special ability to jump him because he has to be in my line of sight when I'm Akali to be able to use that ability. And then I would have just been on him and just finished him off with my Q and then strike. So being so close yet so far, I wouldn't have even had time to make it to the bushes, because even if I made it to the bushes, he would have just teleported halfway when I was implementing my strike on him. So he was safe either way, unless he chose to cancel his teleport, which there was probably no way he would have done. But I didn't know I was that close. I thought he was in the bush, but like I said, even if he was there, he wasn't in my line of sight, so I couldn't jump on him and finish him off, unfortunately. So I just have to let it go and move on. But now I've confirmed my original suspicions that I was right. And that, even though there's not much I can do about it, it's just good to know that. Keep that in mind. See, like, I'm using all my abilities just to close in the distance on Misfortune, and I'm doing an amazing job of that. And just before I get pushed back, I take out Misfortune. That was an awesome kill, and awesome execution of my abilities. I really like that. I'm really satisfied with that. Also, I've been hitting those stumps just to kind of like push you back this mountain. Some heroes have the ability where they can just go up and over. I unfortunately, Akali doesn't have that ability, but you know, I basically just used those I don't know, those, whatever you want to call them, those little exploding bumps in the woods to my advantage. It'll save you a few seconds, and those few seconds make a huge difference in the difference between life and death. And I've just showed that right there. When I used one, hit it, it exploded, went up and over one of the obstructions, whatever this lining thing, and then I used that to my advantage, and like I said, executed my abilities perfectly, closed the distance on Misfortune, and then just finished her off. And then I got pushed back by Savannah, and Savannah was a split second too late, and I got the kill. Otherwise I wouldn't have not got the kill. I would have been frustrated, but you know, I got the kill, and I'm so happy right there and really stoked about that. So nice. I didn't even see that. Okay, so Lux had her burst going here. I don't even know how Jax or whoever it was, Teemo? How the hell did they manage to hit Misfortune from so far away? I still don't know. One of their abilities, obviously, but I just... I was interested in that. Like, I was literally a screen and a half away that they took out Misfortune. So yeah, just close mopping, doing some fine mopping up work here. Going to town. Oh yeah, and I'm a split second too late because I was too focused on those minions, and Lux just finishes off another enemy hero just to let me know, haha, too late, main command. I'm like, damn it, Lux, not again. She even stole my Misfortune kill when I did all the groundwork, all the, you know, almost had, like, Misfortune went from full health to almost no health. Like, she had like a sliver of health left, and then Lux did her root Q, and she was even waiting that split second for me to get Misfortune down deliberately, I think, just so she could steal the kill. But that's fine. It's just, it is what it is. It's a, you know, kill grab, but I just, you know, you just have to deal with it, you know, when you're playing LOL, and it happens. Sometimes they'll try their best and they don't intentionally mean to steal your kill, but most of the time they'll steal your kill, and there's not much you can do about it. Just try not to let it get to you, and try not, you know, to let it frustrate you, and do your best just to let it go. Okay, now they're already working mid. So while I've been getting a little bit of ground top side, we've been losing mid, but for the most part now we're going to be able to come back and push it. And it was worth it because we took out one hero even though we lost some ground on mid. So that was a good trade right there. I'm just making my way all the way back, and unfortunately we already have Go top side, killing minions left and right, but I think I'd be more useful down here, going for a gank. We're doing some damage at least, and then threw my Q behind me to slow down the enemy so I can get those kills. Like I said, my teammates are stealing kills from me left and right in this match. It pisses me off, but I'm just glad I got my ass and a few good kills, and really helped them out with a lot of good assists. But Throwing my Q behind was really good, or my W behind was really good, getting that shroud up to slow down Shyvana. Too bad we unfortunately didn't get Shyvana, but she didn't get me because I threw my Q behind. It's little things like that that'll keep you alive in the game. And little things like that, that when I execute it to perfection, I love. Me love. Yeah. So it makes up for, you know, almost makes up for all the frustration and heartache and headache that this game, you know, gives me often. So yeah. But still, whenever I can, I try to assist teammates. If, you know, I'd rather, you know, if I can't get the kill, at least they get the kill and then help them out whenever I can. Not one of those things that just leaves them to, you know, burn. Or just, you know, sets them up and just say, oh, there's nothing I can do. Just, you know, if I can, I'll get killed trying to help out a teammate only for it to backfire most of the time, you know? Just try to be nice. Going for a double here, but unfortunately it does not get it. Shut down. And I'm just trying to work bot right now. Really trying to push bot so we have a nice, even, steady flow going on all 3 lanes. So like I said, half my kills, half the kills I should have had, I only got like half the, you know, were just assists, but they were actually pretty good assists. And my teammates, they have my respect, even though I'm really frustrated and pissed at them because they stole it. They got it from under my nose, and they just waited for those opportunities where they could just team, you know, kill, steal. So, you know, I can respect that, but at the same time, I'm like, no, that kind of just pisses me off. And yeah, so I'm going to town here. Probably I might be able to take out 2 of them since I'm in my shroud. I'd be able to take Jax out, even though he's going to probably push me back. Not sure. And it doesn't work as planned, but luckily my shroud saved me. Going back because I've got a teammate and don't want to risk it. Even though I should have hit, even though I would have got Jax if I intervened, I didn't think I'd be able to do it. So I'd have to just settle for taking out, you know, 69. But unfortunately, I would have got Jax and him, but, you know, made the wrong call on my choice, you know, made the wrong call, but it was a hard call to make. And my health was too low, and Jax might come up with something crafty like pushing me back or damaging me, and then I might not be able to execute my Q because there's a split second you have to wait before you hit it in. But at this point, we're in pretty good shape. The match is almost over. And hopefully you guys learned a thing or two. Thanks for watching. Really appreciate you watching me. Hit that notification, that, you know, that little bell, so you get a notification on all my future videos, and maybe you can check them out. If, you know, you enjoyed this one, maybe you'll enjoy a few other ones, or they'll make you laugh or whatever. You know, I appreciate you guys checking out my stuff, and you know, just giving me, you know, a few minutes of your time just to check out my videos. Whether you know, it just means a lot to me. It's really supportive and helps me, encourages me to make newer, you know, new and better videos in the future. So we're pretty much just wrapping up at this point. So they got almost all of our outside turrets. We only have 1 left, but we have all our inner turrets, and it's about where I think we have a slight advantage here, and we're just kind of making the most out of that. Right now we got rooted, so I'm making the most out of that. Finally, Lux is going to give me that 1 kill. Even though at the expense of your life, but you know. And then I thought for some reason that Go was going to follow me into the shroud. Unfortunately, he didn't. He's smarter than that, and that was another wrong call on my part. When I should have jumped him, even though I had no abilities, I could have just waited, try to take him, wait. But like I said, it still would have ended the same. Because with Akali, you need all your abilities up and running before you can make any kind of moves and whatnot. So I feel like a little bit like a spectator at like a football game, just making my own commentary on one of the matches I've had, on one of the better matches I've had. Had some really nasty ones, but thought I'd show you guys one of the better ones, definitely, so I'm not wasting your time. And yeah, hope you guys really enjoy the vid. Because I actually put like considerable amount of time and effort into making this, so yeah. All about pushing those lanes. Minion pressure is what always wins in the end. Even if you're getting slaughtered. You try to take out their heroes, wipe them all out, and then, you know, do the hero victory push, but if that doesn't work, a minion pressure push is the next best thing to winning a match. So if you're not doing great in a match and you're constantly getting killed and you're getting no kills and no assists, well, at least you'll you know, have a chance at still winning the match, right? Just trying to keep that lead. Even if you lose the battle, you know, think of don't lose the war. And yeah, so also got some. I'm constantly also. Oh, okay. So I quickly go behind Misfortune just so I don't take the full brunt of her attack, so I can get that kill in, and I do. And unfortunately, I get killed, but at least I took one of them out with me, and that was pretty intense. And now Lux is being chased. I couldn't do really much. But at that point, just enough to get one kill, and that was really close to. Got that kill by a sliver. Now they're pushing down mid. But as long as we got a hero on the field, you do not want to lose your heroes, obviously. But as long as we have one on the field, they can kind of hold the advance and push of the enemy team. And then you can just kind of make your way forward when you come back. As soon as you come back, because we've got 4 heroes down, and their team only has 1. So they're not really committed to a full-on push, even though they should be, because their heroes are just kind of not disorganized, but spread out too thinly. Even though Jax is making a pretty worthy attempt, and Hour is just, you know, giving us a run for our money, but it's more or less over once we come back, and we're cautious. Even though we're pushing the other lanes and whatnot. It's all about breaking their inhibs. Once you get 1, you got the pressure on them. Once you get 2, you just close it and make sure it is just over for the other team. Some good stuff. Oh, nice. Jax is just like a one-man army making that one stand against 3 of you. You have my respect, Hour. Okay, now we're really teleporting back. I'm doing the same. I'm constantly going back just to buy items and getting better items and upgrading the current items that I have. And also main reason is just to stop Go from advancing any further. Now he uses his flash, which is a really brilliant move because he knows he can't win this, but I also have flash, and I was anticipating that, and that's how I managed to take him out and get a kill for it. Even though, like, props and my respects, you have my respect, Go, because that was pretty good, man. He was gonna like use all of his abilities, go all in, hit me with everything he has, and then flash and out, and then run off to safety into the sunset. No. I had some idea something was up. That's why I kind of held back a little bit of my abilities, and I just waited to see what he was going to do because his health was just, you know, a little bit low. But I had to keep the pressure on him as well and keep hitting him just so his bar would go down, and then I would go in for it. And right now I'm just using what's recommended, mostly more or less for Akali. I've got the also shield that I can take 1 damage, or I can take 1 hit and then it just disappears, and I have to wait another 40 seconds for it to regenerate. So that's really useful for just being an assassin, going in and out, breaking up the team, and getting those, you know, ganks that you want as Akali. Really useful to have that 3000 thing. The only thing I like more than having it would be just to have that armor. I don't remember the name of it, but there's like one other item that I'd prefer over even the orb shield that regenerates every 40 seconds if you're not hit, and it takes the first hit and you don't take any damage. So really try to use that to my advantage. Unfortunately, the only downside to it is, besides the price that you need 3000 gold to buy the orb shield, is the fact that it shows it, right? So the enemies, they don't necessarily have to press tab to see your abilities, which some do, some don't, just depends. Especially if it's a really intense match and they don't even have time to check because they're so busy preoccupied trying to hold their own and the map, then, you know, they'll be like, oh, he's got that ability, right? For more experienced players, they'll be like, oh, okay, so I have to be careful. I won't win. This isn't a match that I'll win. This is an even trade that I'll get, you know? And right now I'm just taking out the inhibitor because that's huge. That's the most important thing right now, because once I got the inhibitor, huge advantage on our team. We got those huge minions. We got the mega minions coming in with the shields now. We have a huge advantage, and that would be more, that would be a bigger advantage, and that'd be a better move than if I were to even take out 2 of their heroes, because then they would just send another one in to prevent me from taking that, even though my team's pushing. and considering the alternative that if I tried to take out one hero, I probably would have succeeded, but another hero would have came in and I would have had to pull back, and that inhib would still be there. So it's better just to take out the inhib, and just even at the cost of taking out an enemy hero, just an overall better move. And so far, and then they decided, the majority decided of the enemy team decided to give up. They knew it was over. Victory, really well played. And yeah, I think that about wraps up the match and this video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If you have any ideas or suggestions or anything that any kind of strategies that I left out, or any, just any thoughts in general. And yeah.